Hello, dreamers, bullshitters, and believers. Welcome to another episode of Don and Akeem Podcast. Happy New Year! So we are in 2022. I hope everyone's had a good New Year. How was your New Year?
Uneventful, man. How about you? What'd you do?
Nothing. Saw the ball drop, and then I went to bed.
I went to bed at 9 p.m. Fuck that ball.
9 p.m., man?
Yeah, I just crashed out like an old man just any other day. Time doesn't exist.
I wish I could have done that. My mom's...
I remember the first time I ever really did something. Me and my grandma were at our house, and she took like 2 pots and pans and went out front. And just banged them for a second at midnight. Yeah, that's it.
That's the way to go.
Shut it down. Irish goodbye.
Bop, 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 bop.
That's it. Yeah, I don't believe in it. Look. So like from an astronomer's point of view, the New Year means nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing happens. You just the sun. Fuck. What are we doing?
And we bullshit ourselves, and that's why I said dreamers and believers, because like we force ourselves to have these goals that we can have anytime during the year, and we don't end up committing them because our heart's not in it. We're just doing it 'cause it's the New Year, so I'm gonna do it. It's just like keep that energy, but like have meaning to it.
The New Year's is just an excuse to take off December. Mm-hmm. As soon as Thanksgiving gets done and you do the Black Friday thing, you're just like, all right, I'm just going to slow play the last 2 weeks of the year. And then, okay, cool, I'll come out swinging. And it's like, nah, dude.
After you done beating everyone's ass for Black Friday, now it's time to settle down.
You go down to, January 1st, you go down to Planet Fitness. You get yourself the $10 membership. Mm-hmm. 3 weeks deep, that shit, look, here's what happens. You stop going, right? Because you're like, cool, I got my little endorphin hit. I'm done with the place. They keep, unless you go there personally, they keep billing you.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta cancel your card. You gotta I've had so much beef with them. Just I call them like, hey, cancel me. This is not fucking, this is not Goldman Sachs.
Come in here. I owed them I think I owed them one something at one point because I just didn't feel like going up, and I didn't think they would keep charging me. Yeah. They kept charging me, and I'm just I learned my lesson after that.
Dude, I canceled, just out of spite, dude, I canceled my debit card on them once and just signed up to everything else except them. And just said, fuck. And they sent me a collections thing for $1.20 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They use toilet paper. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Planet Fitness.
There's so many, not to get into that, but there's so many businesses that just rely on the fact that you put it on your credit card and forget about it. Mm-hmm. And it's just bullshit.
And we do with our subscriptions, Netflix, not Netflix, so we usually are watching that. Yeah. But there's actually an app for that too that'll get rid of all that stuff.
Truebill.
Yeah, but we're not doing free advertising. So
Akeem The Don, sponsored by it. But there's an app. It's my transaction history. I look at that motherfucker and I'm like, I don't use you. It's funny. I am the streaming king. I have all the streaming things.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't need any of them. But so many of my friends use them that if I cut it off now, it would be such a disservice.
Oh, you stopping bags if you do that now?
Yeah. I'm throwing sand in the gears if I stop off. Because dude, I use PrimeWire. I just, you know what I mean? I just pirate shit and I watch it all for free. And for some reason, I have 5 of these things on my thing. Netflix, Disney Plus. But, it's just gotten so,
The Disney Plus, I feel like is worth it. Right? That's the one thing, out of all of those things, the Disney Plus is where I'm like, all right,
I feel like Netflix is the biggest, because it's almost $20 now for, the family plan. Oh. Yeah. What's Disney Plus, $8?
I pay, it's $8 with my Verizon subscription, but I think if you don't, it's $13.
Okay. Yeah, I've given homeless people more money than that. It's it's fine. $8, I could do that. Netflix is creeping up, and I'm like, dude, fuck that. Part of me, if it wasn't for everybody using my shit, I would just sign up when I need to.
Yeah.
You can do this. You don't even have to make extra emails. let's say my email's, just SeanDonnelly@gmail.com.
Okay.
You can type in Sean Donnelly +1 @gmail.com. You can sign up on any website. You can do that, right? What happens is it shows up as a different email, but all the emails sent to that address will get sent to your original thing. So you can do +1, +2, and you can just keep going on with that. And you every month you can just a whole rack of new, free trials.
That's like, again, the scams just don't stop, man.
Yeah.
They don't stop, guys. Like, I'm gonna try that because I used to make my cheap ass. I'm gonna be honest. I used to just make different emails. Like, I don't need to pay that, especially when Netflix first came out. And if you're saying that they're gonna be starting to ask me for like $20, because I'm not watching much anything now. I'll watch something when it's trending, like the Squid one.
Squid Game, yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I gotta watch that, and it's actually good. But I'm not like everyone else who actually is, because Netflix, go home and put Netflix on. I'm like,
I'm gonna shoot both of y'all all my logins, just because everyone uses it's like a public thing at this point. Like, literally, strangers on the internet, if they're like, oh man, anybody got like Hulu? I'll just
me.
Yeah, I just shoot it to them. Like, yeah, here.
I got that Netflix, y'all.
I'm so much more. I'm less afraid of like someone logging in and fuck with my shit than I am letting like these big companies get away with that bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
They're making so much money.
Yeah. Every time you can, subscription services are bullshit, right? They really are. Dude, look at OnlyFans, right? So you sign up, some chick is just like, I'll show you my tits for $15 a month, right? It's like, dude, I'll do that. I'll immediately unsubscribe. I will rip every picture and video you have on your OnlyFans. Now they're mine. Now I have them in a vault somewhere. Okay?
Forever.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I actually have argued with chicks about this, where they're like, so a friend of mine once told me that she considers that to be sexual piracy. That you're stealing. And I'm like, dude, the pictures are available, the content's available on this website. You've made it available. The technology exists to just right click and save the picture. Like, it's mine. You know what I mean? And
you paid.
Do I just subscribe to you forever just because I'm a fucking cuck? Why would I why would I continue to do that?
Once you put your shit out there, and just my personal opinion, and people can disagree because like that's completely fine. It's up for the public to do what they want with it at that point. Like, people are going to pirate shit, people are going to download it, people are going to find ways, just like you do with other stuff. But now it's not okay because it's you.
Yeah.
So now the rules have to change.
Yeah.
And it's just like bullshit.
Yeah, you're being morally bullied into not doing it. Like, dude, ask the music industry when Napster dropped.
Yeah.
You playing the same game. You showing your flat titties on fucking... Dude, some of these OnlyFans chicks are brutal. Alright? It's like chicks that like kind of got a porn face and they're kind of hot. Bodies are fucking suspect.
I'm talking in weird realms because like I cosplay, so like that cosplay meets OnlyFans is like really a thing common, and a lot of female and male cosplayers do the OnlyFans thing.
Shit.
So, I mean, I still feel how I feel. I've even considered it.
Yeah.
I've considered doing it myself too, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be biased of the fact that what you put out there is I'm gonna do anything with it.
Yeah.
And some people don't need to have one.
Yeah. I really want to start a website where it's just, I've just subscribed to every OnlyFans once. I've ripped all the content, and now you can just get it for free. I think that's fine. I like fucking stuff.
But the thing is also, like, some people get people's money too, because I think if you're not uploading consistently and you're gonna charge, like, you don't have, so sometimes you'll pay for content another month and they haven't uploaded in 2-3 months. Why are you paying if you're not uploading anymore?
These lazy bitches, dude. I swear to God. I've been waiting for the new shit to drop, like a Jadakiss album.
What the fuck?
I mean, there are some chicks that are nice, and I'm like, it's like you logged in. You can see that they logged in yesterday.
Yeah, you can see that video. So what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, last seen 15 hours ago. I haven't seen new titties since August.
You have my fucking money. Show me some goods.
Yeah. It really depends on the chick, though, because some chicks are like, they got a whole library of shit. OnlyFans is for chicks that don't do OnlyFans. Chicks that are gonna do OnlyFans, dude, cool. Like, we can see your shit at any point. There are some chicks that are super fucking hot. Like, chicks would be smart to just do the thirst trap thing for a year or two.
Some of them do.
And yeah. Some of them this is applied already.
Like they do that. People do that, and that bothers the fuck out of me.
Do the thirst trap thing, right? And then, but come off as like, oh yeah, I would never do. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? Or I'm just not doing it. So then when you do say, hey man, I got OnlyFans. Oh my God, I'm lining up.
Okay.
There's this one chick. She lives in Philly. Fucking rack is ridiculous, dude. It just, I'll show you later. But like, no, dude, fucking, her OnlyFans is like $50 a month. It started at 50 and then like, hey, you can get in for 25. But like, this chick show, like, I gotta see these fucking
$50.
things.
I ain't seen nobody's OnlyFans. I guess
she got about 10 pictures on her shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And so like, what? Well, like $50.
Yeah, it's just because she's so exclusive, and she's so like, yeah, you know what I mean. She kind of built up like people dig her in general. That when she dropped it, people got into it.
I'm not knocking. Hey, if you got it like that,
yeah.
then like by all means.
Oh yeah, that was the first. I mean, I thought OnlyFans was stupid for the longest time, and then yeah, when I saw she had one, I said, I messaged her. She said, "Let me see him," and she shot me the link. Like, all right, this John. You see what I'm saying, dude? And she's just cool as fuck. And all of a sudden,
so she doesn't. Yeah, that's gonna be $50.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's gonna be $50.
Wired to the fucking account.
See, with men, they don't do the thirst. Like guys, I feel like we who have OnlyFans, it's all there. There's not that much teasing. It's just like boom, boom, regular priced. Like it's not overpriced. Throwing deals. I feel like we're more chill with it, and I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that means it's less money for me to have to spend, and more content for me to have to watch.
Yeah, it's like $4.99. Boom.
Yeah, right. It's
I'm around. I'll get the numbers.
Because most of them are just like, I just want this to get a pack of beer, some smooths, maybe some steak or something.
Yeah.
And like $6 will do.
Some dude shit. Yeah, some fucking. That's funny.
Yeah, I haven't seen an OnlyFans with a guy that was more than 20, bucks.
Yeah.
It's usually at that like $12, $13, and I feel like that's what I would charge too. I'm like, I'm good for $9.99.
Yeah.
And no bullshit too with all that tease and stuff like that too, or make you think that it's gonna be more when it's not. Like it's gonna be a video that's going and it's just like they act like they're gonna show. And no, that bothers me. I don't like being teased.
Yeah.
I actually get really irritated. That's why like I don't like teaser trailers. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just no.
You know what's brutal is they hit you with the OnlyFans and it's like a low price. You're like, oh yeah, I'll pay that to see you. And then it's all right content here and there, but they're like pony up and you can get you can get the custom vids. I got a rack of other shit I'll send you for $20.
You get it in your messenger because
Yeah.
you think you're getting only $5 and it's like no, that's how they lure you in.
Yeah, you're like, I'm walking in, I'm getting it steal here. And then you walk in like, nah, you chill at the fucking front bar. You ain't getting it.
For the new year, can we not do that to people, please? Like, I'm all about a good scam, like I said, but can we not play with people's like emotions in that way? Because you're playing with their emotions and you're playing with their junk.
Yeah.
And like that together, it's just a bad news bear.
Yeah. It used to boggle my mind. Like the equation doesn't make sense because I'm like, a chick will just be a 5, like a skinny 5, right? And she's like, oh hey, I'm marketable through this, right? And it's like, dude, off the ad revenue over at Pornhub or X Videos or whatever, I can see professionals doing the worst. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Like, dude, the Library of Alexandria, you know? For free, just for the click. They get the banner ad. And you think you're worth fucking cold hard USD?
For doing 5% work, like for 5% effort.
I know this one chick that like, dude, she just like smokes weed in front of the camera and pulls her thong up. And I'm like, dude, we don't need 50. After the 50th video of that, you need to come with some new shit. It ain't. You're just paying to be a simp. You're just, hey,
yeah.
I'm subscribed. If you hop on the OnlyFans and you stay subscribed to somebody, you're just simpy. You're just lining up for your chance to fuck. That's all you're doing. You're just like, hopefully, maybe this chick from 8 states away is gonna fucking notice it on the shit.
It's not gonna happen,
dude.
I mean, yeah.
Except for that one chick, I'm still holding out hope.
I mean, I think we all do a little bit in our head, like, what if? Because technically there is a chance, but these people are just like, I want your money. I'm gonna,
Yeah, that's that Dumb and Dumber shit.
You can get a private message from me if you pay $6 more, where I tell, like,
yeah,
I don't know.
That shit's funny too. It's like, you should be paying. I'm a writer. I'm a literary genius. You should be paying me to fucking text you.
Mm-hmm.
You bum.
I'll text you some good shit.
Yeah.
I'll write you some good stuff.
I do, yeah. Like, sexting though is a fucking, that's a whole other thing. As a dude, I walked into so much pussy just because I can type well.
I believe it.
Yeah. Just early on, I just kind of learned as a kid. I was just always in chat rooms and shit. I was the first, like jailbait kids on the internet. Like, I was like 10 or 11 years old, and like, I'm in chat rooms, and I'm pretending I'm like of age.
Okay.
And I'm talking to adults. Like,
I did too.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of it. But.
Yeah. I'm just of that. I was born in '86. Internet dropped when I was 8. Yeah. A couple years later, hey, what's up, guys? I'm an adult. I drink martinis.
It's weird because, like, yeah, it's weird because when you're older now, you're like, you literally were like 10 talking to like adults about some crazy shit too. Like,
but, yeah, the problem is that you were probably half of the time probably talking to people either your same age or like if you thought you were talking to a chick, it's just a dude. It's just like, right. The internet is big on that shit.
See, well, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah,
yeah.
That worked for you. For me, yeah, honestly, as a kid, that worked for me too. If a dude was disguising himself as a chick, it was like, all right, man, I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get my first nut. You know what I mean? That first nut's brutal, dude. That thing's rock hard. That thing stays in the pocket. Like, that dude. I mean,
it's the first day. It's like, I'm trying to get the. I got 10 minutes on this fucking computer for my mom comes in. Yeah. Do you ever just curse people out? They'll start fighting. So that was my thing also. Yeah. Is just start, like, come in, like, cool and casual, cool, and just start wailing on someone. Nervous. Like, you motherfucker.
I used to be in these role-playing channels, but, like, fantasy and sci-fi. You know what I mean? Like games and shit, not like role-play. And, like, I remember I would always just fuck the whole game up. Like, people would try to walk in with their real characters and their whole, they put some shit out and they're role-playing for real. And I'm like 12 or 13, and I'm just like, I just walk in on some bullshit. Like, I'm not following etiquette. I'm just like, guys. Dude, my like whole early, pre-teens to like teens, like it's so, on the internet, it's so embarrassing.
Same.
It's
I'm a little ashamed, but at the same time, no, I'm not, because I'm not the only one. Like,
yeah. That's the beauty of like the internet and how we do now, because we all know, we've been through the same shit. We're all, our shit stinks.
You only have so much time too as a kid to be on there, so you have to make that time matter.
Sometimes you get the house computer, right?
Oh yeah, I love the house computer. That was my favorite.
When I was a kid, I had web TV. That's a set-top box that you plug into your TV, and you have this wireless keyboard. So, and I would just occupy the living room. No one else, and living with my pop. He wasn't into the internet. He didn't know what the fuck it was, Okay. But yeah, there's some people who just have that computer, and it's like in the living room or the dining room.
Me,
And like every time I see one of those things, it just gives me fucking nightmares. So like, how do you jack off there? Like, what's the move, dude?
The anxiety, yo. It's like watching and making sure that you're listening for people walking upstairs in the bathroom, or you gotta, that after a certain amount of steps, you can't pull your pants up and get away. So it's like she gotta get like 3-4 steps before like she's gonna see anything. And it's like, hey.
I've done some Metal Gear Solid jack offs, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's, how like in Metal Gear Solid, like you're always. Sometimes you're like, you're always just about to be discovered. Mm-hmm. It's just, my life as a young buck was just that, but jacking off, where it was like, you're listening for people. You're like, all right, fucking.
Yep.
And sometimes if you grow up with people that just open the fucking door, like, hey, what's up? Like, please knock. You know what I mean? You have to gather the courage to tell your caretakers, listen, trust me, you want to knock on this fucking door.
So please do, right?
You don't want to walk in and see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that takes, because you're already, now you've shot the hostage. Now, you know what I mean? Now you've told them I'm jacking off in here. You know, so it's just like, you know what I mean? By telling them that, you're like...
You get rid of all that anxiety now, though. You won't have to keep worrying about it now of someone coming in now. So it's better to just get that out of the way and say, hey.
Yeah, bite the bullet, yeah. Yeah, as a youth, you don't know to do that. But, like, nowadays, as a grown man, you're like, all right, just honesty is the best policy.
I wish I did, honestly, because so much is looking back, I would have been able to get so much of a better nut if I had just told them, hey, I'm jerking, I'm becoming a man.
Yeah.
I'm jerking off, I'm watching porn, I'm cursing people out, I'm doing everything you know, just not, because I couldn't lock the door.
Yeah.
That was like, it's like no locking the door. And I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do in my room with the door locked except for jerk off? So why the fuck would you lock my door? Like, what else am I going to do in my room?
Yeah, don't ruin my life. Like, you're going to scar me. You know how many thousands of dollars of therapy this is going to be? Walking and me jacking off. I've never been caught. That's my fucking... I've had a few close calls. But, like, I've maintained under the radar.
Okay.
I've actually made it to this day. I just, yeah.
I can't say the same, but...
Oh, it's brutal.
I got caught humping like a big ass teddy bear that was like the size of me too. It was like, my sister had a big one of those big teddy bear. You see people when they're like huge, they're as big as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was humping the fuck out of that thing. And yeah, parents saw. And it's just like, why are you like humping your sister's, what you call it? And I had them like, what the fuck, what do you think?
It's like, dude, that first nut is fucking...
Like,
call
because I'm horny as fuck. Like,
yeah, dude.
And this thing is just my size, so it's the closest thing.
Yeah. That's a whole, dude, it's a whole fucking story arc of like, I hit puberty, I'm trying to fuck, I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? You're fucking like creases in the couch cushions and shit, and like...
Right.
I hate doing, I fucked like the mouth of a Gatorade bottle. You know what I mean? Like...
It's whatever you can, you know what I mean? You gotta make ends meet. Your body is going crazy. Like,
ends meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. And that bear, like, I made love to that bear. You know what I mean? Like, that was my main thing. I stopped after that, though. I definitely did. I just got...
Yeah, when you get caught on some shit like that, it's like...
I'm good.
It really... It catapults you into adulthood, where you're like...
And plus, my parents tell everything. They tell all my business. And that's why I tell all their business, is because when I was a kid, you told all my business. Go on the phone and go. It's like, what, really? How about I tell them about your shit?
Dude, my pop was embarrassing like that. Anything I did, he would just tell a fucking story. Like, hey, in general, motherfuckers that got a story on you and will right in front of your face be like, yo, you know what this motherfucker did? Oh, brutal.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That shit is, that's tough, man. Getting that first nut, fucking... I lost my virginity at 18. Dude. You should have seen the shit I tried prior, dude. Fucking... I used to burn candles, pour out wine, and be like, yeah, you want that? Throw on some Sting on the fucking... Some solo albums, some of his later shit, you know? Like, dude, I swear to God, like... I think a chick saw my room and thought I was going to sacrifice her once. It just... It just looked like that. It was just too, like, dude, you're 15. What the fuck are you doing? Like, this is, like, I did grown man shit, like, what I thought was grown man shit like that at a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you got the candles lit. She's probably like, what the, okay, so,
yeah. What
are you trying to do?
Yeah. Now, I mean, I'll fuck a chick in a dumpster. You know what I mean? Like, I think, I got him. Like, nowadays, I understand that, like, you actually do better when you don't prepare like that. When you're just gritty as fuck. Like, yeah, dude. Like you know, like, I just assume chicks are hornier than I am. And I'm like, you know the fucking, you know what I mean? We're here for the same reason. Let's go. You know?
But I think it's playing dumb. I think that works. See, like, if a guy plays dumb the right way, like, some girls actually do like it. They don't find it. Because there's some girls who like to be the... How do I say it? They're not just to be the aggressor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they want to steal the virginity of a boy. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm going to take it. Because this is how I feel like it works. Sometimes you take the girl's virginity, and sometimes the girl took the boy's virginity. Yeah. There's a reason why they say it differently, even though it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see what you mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where it's like, oh yeah, she took my virginity. Why? It's because she turned you out. Like, that's pretty much what happened in your love, probably.
Especially nowadays, dude. Chicks are fucking animals. Dude, they're savage, dude. They really are just like cock-hungry bitches. Like, they're into it. Like, I grew up thinking I gotta be the fucking smooth Don if hey, baby. You know what I mean? I'll treat you right. I'll be with you for a minute.
I'm still stuck at the cock-hungry bitches part, but...
They're just so... they're fucking animals, dude.
They gotta be, though. Honestly, like, to match our fucking energy and show us.
All they gotta do is say, hey, you wanna fuck? And I'll say yes. You ain't gotta...
Yeah, for you, but try that for a guy who's not expecting it. He's like, I wasn't expecting to get this far. What do I do?
That's true.
Whoa.
There is that tragic dude now. Yeah.
I need a second. Like, whoa. That's what ends up happening.
You know, Japan's had that problem for a while, and now it's in America, where dudes are just playing the submissive role, and they're just kind of, hey, what's up, and letting chicks kind of fucking... Dude, a buddy of mine got aggressively kissed against his will by a chick once. Like, at a fucking restaurant.
She raped his mouth?
Yeah, she was just like... And he tried to pull away a little, and she was like, fuck that.
She said, you gonna give me this? Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, dude, fucking... I grew up watching Pepe Le Pew, like, that's the move. I gotta push up. And nowadays, dude, 20 years later, I'm like... I can just walk in the pussy. It's fine. I can bump into it by accident in the fucking dark. It's just
sliding, bumping.
Yeah. It's just you just gotta play it cool, like you were saying. You gotta play dumb. You gotta just be like, yeah, what's up, baby?
The worst thing is worst they're gonna do is either be irritated and you move on to something else. I would feel.
Yeah.
Guys are easy. Like it's just when guys are just easy. Two guys trying to is just as you know what they want. You know what we want. Boom, 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 boom. It's easy. That's why gay relationships are. I'm not sure how it works with lesbians, but it's just,
I hear with lesbians it's an issue because they're all like, it's double the problem you deal with chicks. Like for dudes and chicks, it's an issue. With two chicks, they're like, oh, she was just being nice. She's not. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think they really have issues from what I hear. It just, they're like, fuck, I can't. You know what I mean? Like a chick will like a chick and just never say a word.
Ever.
Yeah, and just die as a widow with that shit.
Take it to the fucking grave.
Yeah, like, dude, that shit's funny.
Their arguments, though, I love watching lesbians argue. I think it's the most entertaining thing in the world because it's too, depending on the two energies they have. Because sometimes another lesbian has a more masculine energy. But if they don't, imagine just like two people having hissy fits.
Yeah.
And matching each other, and there's nothing they can do. That's the thing is, I'm matching your energy. You can't out-bitch me, bitch. And it's just like...
It's all passive-aggressive and shit, right?
And no one's going to be the bigger person for a while. Usually. God. I'm not saying all females are like that, but... Yeah. No one's going back down.
There are very few females who are just directed up front, and they just will shut you down right away. Mm-hmm. Women have a problem with that. They just can't, like... You know, dudes, it's like, hey, you know... Somebody walks in on some bullshit with me, you're part, I'm going to stop you right there. Mm-hmm. It's just, right away, I don't even know the guy. Just, hey man, ixnay, you know? Chicks, I can see that they would have those problems where it's like, you know, for me, I just think you did this and you weren't taking me into account. It's a lot of that, right? It's a lot of wordplay.
It's just why... Some women can, they have a list of the things that you did that they wait to tell you.
Oh, yeah,
like, you did this that day, this day, and whatnot. I mean, I do that too, but just in general, now you got a list of shit that you're like, hey, why didn't you tell me that this bothered you, and now you're telling me the 20 things in this argument is a setup.
They'd rather build a case against you. Mm-hmm. They'd rather, oh yeah, you did this, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck's that noise? It's gotta be the fridge, right?
It's the fridge,
Yeah, fuck it.
You can unplug it because the water ice is not gonna melt.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you pause the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah.
How much time is that? Because we didn't even get into your
yeah. Where are we at? About a half hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
The African story.
Yeah.
And
I want to hear that.
There was something else I wanted to bring up about the New Year. Yo, what's up, though? I think this is our most raw one yet so far, honestly, but I'm down for it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a whole other thing with chicks and fucking. I think next episode that's a whole chunk of just why do chicks not just put it on Front Street and say what's up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That dude, there's layers to that. There's demented thoughts behind that cool exterior.
It's a good debate.
It's just like I get that they're all politicians, women. They're all just playing politics. They're like, I gotta be cool with her, so I can't say this, and blah, blah, blah. Like they're always like, you know, they're all Niccolo Machiavelli.
It's strategic, and like you said, politics is I have to do this way because of that way. When it's easier to do a different thing, or just easier to just be real and upfront.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the game plan too.
Yeah, let the chips fall where they may. Like it's the Alexander the Great's Gordian knot, right? The tale of that is, I think it was in Thermopylae when he went to go conquer it. In the center of the city, there was a huge, big knot of ropes that no one could untangle, and it was just a thing. Like, oh man, how did you know what I mean? It was like a local lore legend thing. And Alexander took his sword out and just just right down the middle. Just that's how you untie the knot. You just directly fucking. It's untied now. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone tried it. Everyone tried. Oh, let me pull this. You know what I mean? Like a huge jumble of microphone wires. You know,
just go straight and just do it to get it done, and it gets the point.
And he just went. You can put that rope back together however you like. Bam! I'm going right the fuck through.
Mm-hmm.
That's why like gay couples. That's why that shit always ends in fistfights.
And gay people be wilding, like fighting, like we be fighting each other, and it's not okay because you know, it's still you shouldn't be fighting your partner, but like we take advantage of that shit. That like no one gonna say shit because it'd be two men. Like you ain't getting anything wrong with this.
Yeah.
Like how many times do you stopping two gay guys from fighting? You just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like, you know what I mean? I don't want to get hit. And when you see, people don't stop girl fights all like that anyway. Because guys get too entertained, and I do too.
It's like, let me see these two weak bitches. Mm-hmm.
But at the bar too, it's fun. I think it's the most fun to watch women fight.
Like at a Popeyes, you got to break it up though, because it could get fucking like it's been.
Or Waffle House.
Yeah, it's been documented that those fights get real.
Yeah, Popeyes. See, in certain places, you don't, because then the fighting starts since the shooting. Yeah. It's like, this isn't so fun to watch no more.
Yeah. When one chick really fucking got the upper hand, it's like.
So yeah, I've seen some videos where women actually are fighting, like not like like they're like actually throwing like dukes, and it's like ooh,
they're brutal, dude. MMA fighters aren't as mean
when
they got somebody on the ground. They'll just do straight up brain damage to a chick
and get up. But yeah. No, it was one video. This girl was just like punching on her like right over here, over and over again. And I'm just like, you hate her so much.
Yeah,
I'm like, what does she do?
She's rearranging her shit, dude. Like,
could you imagine making somebody that mad?
I've done it. I've pissed people off.
You know what? I could imagine you making someone that mad. I don't know why I asked that.
You know what it is? Because we get along, right? But like, you know how there's like certain types of people who are just they hate bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm like a magnet to it. As soon as I can tell you hate bullshit, I just well tell me more, and I just lean into it, and I'm just like, and I know like I'm a real asshole, dude. I think as a young man I had less of a sense for it, but like nowadays I know if I'm pissing someone off, and I just kind of like I get it, like I feel like you know,
it's like don't come over here with that bullshit. You know, here I come over here with that bullshit.
Yeah. It's like I turned into fucking dude from Death Note. I'm like, I'm winning. I'm fucked up in the head, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm like an energy vampire. You know what I mean? Like I love to suck the energy out of a room.
Professional troll.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you gotta be. If you're gonna troll, you have to be professional about it, or you're not a troll.
Yeah. I'm a troll at that. But it's subjective. I don't just fuck with everybody. You know what I mean? If someone deserves it, I'm like the Dexter of trolls.
Okay, only the ones who deserve it. You leave the other ones in peace.
Yeah, if someone really deserves my trolling, sometimes I just see a motherfucker. I'm like, I'm gonna get you. You know, like that's our modern day version of like, you know, you used to be able to fight people and duel and do shit like that back in the day. Nowadays, it's just I'm just gonna fucking ruin him socially. I'm just gonna humiliate him in front of his friends.
You're the anti-hero.
Yep. Yeah. I'm the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, gay dudes fighting. Like I had a gay roommate, and like we're 2 and 2, and I only lived with him for about half a year, and we fought 4 fucking times. You know what I mean? Like, and that wasn't even my boyfriend or anything. It was just I'm in his zone. He don't like me. He drinks, so do I, and we just fucking like 2 good Irishmen just had it out a couple of times. It's nuts, and he told me stories about like his boyfriends and the shit they would get into, and I'm like, God, that you know this cat too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have fought a couple of my friends, like, you know, and all love, but like, you know, gay guys just will fight. Like, they'll fight their friends and their boyfriends. It's usually alcohol involved. You're right, man. You're gonna be thrown down. I don't know why people act like they don't.
Because if you're a dude with a chick, you can't really hit your chick. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just not. Don't do it. You know.
Not
but
gonna
like,
be okay.
Yeah. But if you're a dude and you're with some other dude and y'all are on the same fucking weight class, it's like, you know what, you piece of shit.
You ate the last pizza, motherfucker. Throw your shit up.
Man, that's funny, man. But yeah, let's get into it, man. What you wanna whack out first?
So I think I want to hear about how you are an African prince from Uganda.
I'm a Nigerian prince. I spit in the tube. I sent it to Ancestry.
Yeah.
And 6 weeks later, they hit me with my little panel. Right. I'm 10 different distinct categories of like genetic people.
Okay.
Right. So mainly 80% of me is like British Isles, like England, Scotland, Irish. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. I grew up thinking I was half Irish, half German. That was a lie. 80% that, 3% Germanic.
Okay.
So I got some other shit going on with the Baltics. I'm 1% European Jewish.
Okay.
And you know, fucking Swedish, Danish. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit of that, right?
Ooh, a mutt. Just joking.
Yeah. No. I love it. I'm humanity. You know what I mean? I'm a tapestry.
I am all.
I was once told, you know, my grandpa told me, like, hey, we're also a little bit of English, too. So I was like, okay. And then I was told we also got a little bit of Native American in us, too. Which turned out to be a lie. I thought, I was repping. I'm like, yeah, I booze hard. I'm letting them, you know. That never did, right? So here's where it gets pretty cool. I'm 7% African, right? What that is made up of is I'm 4% Nigerian.
Okay.
I'm 1% Malian. There's a country called Mali. It's northwest of Nigeria. And then there's a region, it's a collective of Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu. And I'm 2% that.
So I don't know what all of those are.
Me
they
neither.
sound like
I just, yeah.
Okay, cool. Not just me. They sound very interesting. So basically, like we're cousins.
Yeah, I'm part of the tribe, man. I'm black.
Okay, so Black History is coming up.
That's true.
So,
Shit, yeah.
All right, you know what I mean. We got that coming. We got an extra holiday coming in.
Yeah.
I guess that means you have to go to the cookouts too.
Yeah, I'm big on cookouts.
Okay, cool. You still don't get a pass for the N-word.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Only if it's in the song. That's Chris Rock says. And even then you can't. And even then nowadays you can't do that shit either. That shit's off the table.
So when you got to change your identity from your ID now as well too. So
I gotta start marking off. Yeah.
You get to click off both.
Yep. Yeah.
What else are the luxuries of being black? I'm trying to think of them.
As far as I'm concerned, I gained like it's weird. Like I'm an honorary black dude. You know what I mean? I don't get the advantages of being a black dude. I'm a white guy. I appear white. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I carry the struggle with me. You know what I mean? I'm on the team.
He's got the bro and the no. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's in the inside.
Yeah, it's a thing where it's like I've always been down with, like, I love the black community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I've always just been an outsider to it. Like, I'm just a white guy. I'm an ally. I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm with you. Now I'm like, I got some skin in the game. Now I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I got some right. And I think I always from the gate was like comfortable, not just because you're cool, but I think that you can tell and you can feel a person who is not for you and who is. And you can feel someone who is like, all right, like for black people, we usually have to be very conscious where we are, if we're in the right place, if fill things out because you just don't know sometimes.
Yeah.
There's never a question with you. You can just tell. It's an energy. You know people who you gotta watch and who you don't. You get a feeling. It's inside of you. You know what I mean? And not just to joke around, but just in general, honestly, you can just tell a good, cool person.
Yeah. I've been told that too. They're like, I've heard, you know, from other people, they're like, yeah, Sean, he's down. He doesn't like.
And you can tell a dick too. And you have some of that as well. But again, it's those that register as, okay, racist. It just registers as, this is a dick as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Best of both worlds. It's cool.
Yeah. It's cool because it's like I've always carried myself as like a non-affiliate. You know what I mean? I never got the whole like, hey, we're the white guys and they're the black. You know what I mean? To me, I'm always like, well, no, we're all the prototype human is African. We're all African. Some of us are just more African recently than others. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. Like humans were started in Africa, they went everywhere. And, like, every group had a chance to kind of evolve because of their surroundings and shit. You know what I mean?
What about Rachel Dolezal?
I mean, she's wild as shit. I mean, she's cool, but, like...
She's my favorite because you can see what...
No,
I'm in love with her.
I like her. I appreciate kind of how she rolls and shit, you know? Oh, she's got OnlyFans, too.
Nah, you're lying.
Yeah, dude. She does a little... She doesn't go... I don't think she goes that hard, but she does, you know, she does some feet pics. She does some thirst trap shit. Some people do OnlyFans like that. They don't show the whole deal.
That's what a lot of celebrities are doing.
Yeah.
But she literally fooled even me into thinking that this was a black woman. This was a white woman who fooled the world. And I'm like, you did a damn good job.
Yeah.
Because my ass swore, I was like, what are y'all talking about? If y'all don't leave this black lady alone.
Yeah. It's such a weird trade-off when you're in the middle like that. Because, like, you know, it's like, all right, cool. You respect the culture. You know what I mean? You're like, you can't take the advantage. Like, I guess it's a trade-off. There's advantages and disadvantages. And with her, it's like, if she had just been like, listen, I'm white, but like, I fuck with black folks. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Then it would have been like, oh, cool, you're fine. You know what I mean? But the fact that she was like, you know, she like Sean King her way in. You know what I mean? That's enough.
Our parents is like, no, this is a little white girl. Y'all is fucking stupid. So we don't.
Yeah.
She got the individuals and everything showing.
It's such a weird thing when people do that because it's like, I don't know. You know what it is? Even if you let's like go Sean King. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if he is like black for real, you know what I mean? So you have to kind of look at what you look like and how the world perceives you,
right?
And you got to respect that. Mm-hmm. And you got to be like, all right, cool. You know, because I mean, from what I hear, a lot of people are Nigerian. Like a lot of white people, like when they do the ancestry thing, we all, you know what I mean?
It comes up in a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, but you gotta kind of respect. You gotta be a person. You gotta be you. Mm-hmm. Don't be like, oh, cool, I'm like this genre. I'm gonna slide into it.
If you're walking around, like you're walking the streets, and people, you look like, you know, it's like, come on now.
Yeah. It's like respect all people, and then you know what I mean, and don't like, you know, especially if you're white with some black. If you're white presenting, don't be a fucking asshole. Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
It's not like I can go around down the street if I have like 5% like white in me and be like, I'm a white man. And,
yeah.
And people are gonna be like, no.
There is a dude like that. He's in his early 20s, and it's a joke. He's playing around, but he has these videos where he identifies as a 45-year-old white man, and he's just like a 23-year-old black dude, and he's just like.
Does he sound the part though? Because we do have a different voices. The bottom line is that we do. You can you hear someone on the phone, you usually have an idea.
I think he has a neutral voice, but it's like a parody. I assume he's doing it for entertainment purposes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and he's not trying to hide. Like, he's letting people in on the joke. It's just really funny. He's like, "No, I belong at this country club. I'm a white man. I'm established," and it's just so good. It's just like, all right, but.
I'm trying to think. There's a character, and is it the Boondocks? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Black
The
man.
lawyer.
Is he a lawyer? Oh no, not the
Tom's
Uncle Tom. Not Uncle Tom.
There's Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus is who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The blind one who is so like racist.
Yeah, he's got the Zangief eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like.
He's got one sweet eye and one like cracked out.
But there are
eye.
black people like that. He is an example. That's why I love the Boondocks, is because he is an example of the black person who just has so much self-hate that they've convinced themselves that they are white. And honestly, if you think about it, Rachel Dolls, technically, because you know what I mean, she's
the flip side of that coin.
She is pretty much the same thing, kind of, in a sense, because she tried to like lie and say people were doing racist shit to her and send her death threat letters, and no one sent her a letter at all. She was calling herself a nigger. Yeah. Excuse me, but she was calling herself that.
Now you got that.
I can say that, right? You know what I mean? I'm like, I got that part. Yeah. But it's just like.
By the way, I did tell all my white friends. Watch your fucking mouth around me. I will fuck you crackers up. They're all on notice.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, this is a really raw one, but fuck a filter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
At this point, she had the individuals. She's just funny. You know what I mean? And she had the black child too. She had the props. She did again. Scam. Like, I have my top 10 people. I'm gonna have an episode where I would just say the top 10. We should have the top 10 biggest scams, and she's one of them. The moon is still one of them for me.
The moon.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, were they on that motherfucking moon or not? Yeah. I know you say that it's easier to just actually go to the moon, but I don't know. You know, we beat capping.
That is
since 1953.
Yeah. That is some Pimp Don shit to say. It's just easy to go to the moon, baby. Mm-hmm. You know what it is? I can do it.
I can do it. You can do it too.
Yeah. So yeah, it's easy to be like, let's go to the fucking moon when you have that much confidence, right? But yeah.
We are gonna go there eventually. Like, rich people are trying to find a way to go up to space for some reason. Okay. Again, I'm saying that they are like, are we gonna be? I don't want to be on Earth, but I don't want to be left behind. Do you?
I want to retire on Mars. I think that's my move.
Why Mars?
Because they're going to Mars, they're going to colonize it, do all this shit, and I feel like I can get a lot of good reading and writing done, and just, you know what I mean. When I'm like 70 something, I can just like go to Mars, you know, get a job like looking at meters and shit all day, you know, make sure we're not gonna die, you know.
It's just it seems a little hot, right? Like, Mars is a little hot.
Mars is cold. I forget.
Or am I just thinking because I like
You're thinking
anime?
Mercury. Mercury's hot as fuck.
So what I'm thinking is the Sailor Moon, and I'm because I'm going by all their powers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mars
is not fire.
Mars is fire.
Okay.
Yeah. It might have something to do with like Greek or Roman mythology though.
And like Uranus is just like your asshole, right? Or is that?
That is.
What's the T with that one?
Uranus.
That's where I want to go.
Wait, there was Sailor Saturn, right? And then there was.
One is supposed to not be a planet, though. They said at one point, it was, this is we're taking it.
Pluto's not a planet.
Yeah.
Uranus, I think, is a gas giant.
There's no get backsies. Like, that's so messed up. Pluto's been a planet for so long, and now it's just like,
Yeah, I do understand. I do appreciate the justification for it, though. The fact that they're like, we see a lot of other shit like this, or in space, and it's more some other thing than planets. So it's like, okay. Like, when our understanding of planets wasn't as evolved, and we were like, it's just a category. They're like, all right, this is kind of a fucking orphan. It's acting like a planet, but like, in a lot of ways, it's just a big chunk of ice, and it's just Like it has a tail. Like if it gets too hot, like there's a streak because it's all melting and shit.
Okay, because like at one point, I'm sure anyway, we were just making a bunch of shit up.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have the technology to really know anything. It was just like,
Yeah.
there's a guy who's just like, yeah, and because the Earth used to be flat,
Yeah, the Earth was flat.
which is still, hey guys, are you sure?
That's still.
Do
Yeah.
you really know though?
The jury's still out. You know, one of my favorite scams is Elizabeth Holmes.
Do tell.
She started this company called Theranos. It's a med tech company. And what they were doing was they had these machines in like CVS's and Walgreens, and they said you can take a blood test, and the machine was supposed to be able to tell like instantly, like if you had cancer, this, that, and the third.
Stop.
Yeah, it was just this high level technology. And Elizabeth Holmes, like she dressed like Steve Jobs, and she got the deep voice, you know what I mean? So she like commanded respect or whatever. And she was like in her early 20s and started this company. It was amazing. She got billions of dollars in investments coming in, all this crazy shit, right? And then it turns out the technology didn't work at all. And she's in jail right now.
I gotta look that shit. What?
Dude, talk about
For how
scams,
long
dude.
did she get away with this?
A couple of years, probably 5-10 years or some shit. She went probably about closer to 4 or 5 years. She got by just being like, we're working on it. And what would happen was the machine, they would take your blood, and they'd be like, oh, the machine's down, it's not working, it's not networked at the point. And she was just having blood samples sent to somebody else and getting analyzed and coming back. And she was fronting the whole time and just raking in fucking millions of dollars. And the thing is like she was like a Harvard like dropout or something like that. Like she went to some kind of school, left, started a company, and everyone bought into her success before it happened. And they were like, and she just fooled all these old billionaire dudes that just like invest. And yeah,
That's not. I don't want to say that's like gangster. That's like
that is gangster. She's the queen of scams. Dude.
She was like, I lied. I was lying.
Yeah.
It was all a lie.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I think she meant to at some point create a viable product, but like that shit when she's these fucking crappy like business like these CEOs, they're like Elon Musk. Like he's always promising literally the moon, and it just the timetables never match up. He's like, hey, we're gonna be in Mars in next week, and then it's been years.
It's just not. It doesn't. Yeah.
And it's like it will happen. But like even he in an interview was like, sometimes you gotta excite people. You can't just say, hey, we're gonna be fully colonized on Mars by 2040. You gotta say, hey, the first people in 2 years we'll be over there, and that's how you get everyone fucking excited into it. And it's like fuck, dude.
And we
like,
live for that shit too. Like honestly, to be pre-excited or to if the world is ending in 2012, I don't really ever believe it, but I do get excited. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I need to do this because the world is ending. Like, you're having fun with it.
Like, you'll never see a doomsday cult that's like, yeah, world's ending in 2080. It's always got to happen within a reasonable time frame of your life.
Mm-hmm.
To feel like years of your lives are going to be stolen away by this thing. It can never be like, yeah, it's fine,
It's got to be like, yeah, in like 6 months or a year, just so you know. It's got to be like close so we feel it coming in the anticipation of it.
Yeah.
And the worry.
Those dudes are funny, man, with the fucking, always like clocking the rapture.
I'm still so sorry. I'm still lost on this girl that you just told me about.
Liz Holmes, yeah, she's a good read.
I want to see her in cuffs. Like, I want to see how she looked when she was stuck in the jail. Like, what her face looked like. Like, was it a smirk? Was it a, like, I got y'all? Or was it a,
She probably had that standard court fucking look. When they're walking out of court and they're just fucking stone-faced.
Because, like, her kids and her family still will be rich. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure she's still... Or do they take all the money she made because she lied?
I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, wait. She was sentenced... Okay. I don't have all the facts in front of me. That's her, though.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's all right. At least a 7. Yeah. But, yeah. So she comes off like this, like Steve Jobs.
That looks like a woman, Steve Jobs.
With the turtleneck and the fucking,
Oh, my God.
Dude. I mean, what are we doing, right? Like,
right. We be aiming so low. Like, no, just like really just tell people the most awful, you know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah. I really want to, like, you know, in another life, I'd love to be part of Ocean's 11. You know what I mean? Just super scammer. Just like there's a
100%. Like no half-ass shit. It's just like no. If you want to like do it.
Just
take it all. Take all of it.
Yeah, I want to walk into a hospital and be like, I have the diplomatic rank of a 2-star general. I need to use your phone ASAP. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to be able to get that off and just fucking yes sir.
I'm a heart surgeon. I can work on 6 people at one time. Get out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a genius.
Yeah. I think the low-level version of that is walking into a place with a clipboard or a ladder. Either two, like if you walk into a movie theater with either of those items, like you just and just walk past, you just go to any movie you want.
Because it seems like you're a part of you belong there. You're supposed to do something, so no one's gonna question you with the ladder. Yeah,
I gotta look at the HVAC system. Didn't tell you I was coming. Or whatever. Get on my way. Fucking.
Wow.
$9 an hour kid.
Yeah, let's just not pay like to do like anything. Let's just bring a ladder or something. Like we're fixing something. They're gonna feed you anyway, right?
Yeah.
I can go anywhere or anything. Okay.
You know.
We can't give all the secrets away though, like because then once people start doing it,
once it becomes too ubiquitous, they're like, we know the old fucking HVAC trick, you know.
Like when you see something, like when our parents or other people say they can really walk, you know, the homeless person or something like. I don't even. It's because too many people gave up the secret.
Yeah. Too many dudes in wheelchairs fucking using their feet to move it. Mm-hmm. You ever see that shit? And they say, just fucking sitting and pedaling with their feet.
That's smart. If you want to start off on some small scams.
Yeah.
Make it seem like you're, handicapped or disabled, and ask for money.
Just tuck your leg back, tie off the pant leg. Mm-hmm. Back when I used to live and work around AC, I remember I met this cool couple, and we would go to different casinos, and we would walk back of the house, and they knew where all the employee cafeterias were, and we would just walk in and just eat places. Like to this day, like I can walk in a Borgata, I know exactly where everything's at, and you just walk back of the house, grab pizza, play chess, chill out. That's fun. We gotta get in that stuff.
That does, because food tastes better when it's free or when you take it. And I don't think that stealing food is a bad thing. Like I feel like it's food. Like at a restaurant, it's food.
Yeah,
and it does taste better. Like that pizza is so much better that I took off the counter.
It's so much fun, and like people will walk past you and just assume like they work here. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't look like a tourist. You can't look like you're there to gamble. You know what I mean? You got to dress a certain way.
I look like I am so confused all the time. I look and lost. I look like a tourist. I tell people like I'm from Philadelphia, but like I don't look like I am sometimes. When I'm walking around the center city, I'm like, what is she? Even though I pass it multiple times, so it's like no one is going to ask me for directions. I hope not, because I'm gonna have you in a bad place.
That's fine. You could just pass for like a bartender, just that hasn't changed yet, and just walk in the back.
Like give me the money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I remember I asked the guy once. I was back at the house. I'm like, hey, cafeteria's down here, right to the left. He's like, yeah, just go. And then he worked there too. People are not as like, not everybody's an agent in the Matrix. You know what I mean? Some people they're just like, they're cool. They're like, all right, I work here. Oh yeah, you work here too. Fine, I don't care. Even if you don't, I don't give a fuck.
What about when you're in a store and someone asks you if you work here and you clearly, obviously don't work here? That actually pisses me off because, like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying? Are you trying to be a smart ass or something? Because this is just too out. Like, what?
Do I look like a Best Buy associate?
Right.
Yeah.
Why do I look like I work at Best Buy or like Target? Like what the fuck? Yeah. Like if I have a red shirt on or something like that, I'm like, all right, like okay. Yeah. But if not, like, what are you trying to say? You want to fight?
Yeah. I think I play into those situations. If I'm wearing the right shit, like khakis and a golf shirt, and someone's like, "Hey, do you work here?"
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we need. Come on, let's go.
So I won't even say, "Yeah, I work here," but I'm like, "Yeah, what do you need?" And I'll just play into it. And if I got it, I got it. Yeah, electronics are down there. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
And just, you don't need to, you know what I mean? No need to complicate with the details. Just, I mean, just good Samaritan, doing my thing.
And then when you tell them, just kidding, just joking, I don't work here.
If it doesn't come up, they just say thanks or, okay. And just, have a good one. Nice shopping at Target.
And like, well, thanks. I mean, you found what we needed.
Yeah.
You can easily find now on Target, like they literally tell you the aisle where the stuff is supposed to be now, but no one uses it. Like no one it's like you don't have to keep bothering people for a simple, because they do have to leave whatever they're doing and now walk all the way over here. Now to you when you just pull out your phone and it says E11 or what you call it, and then the aisle part is right there. I think a lot of people don't know it either though.
I'm big on that when someone stops me for directions too. I'm big on just like pulling out Google Maps and being like, you go here. Just
it's helpful and smart.
Just being helpful, just help. It's not my job, but I can do it. So why not? Yeah.
I'm very lazy. And that's the thing is I want to help, but I'm like that's why I want to be like, okay, because I'm like I gotta do more.
Yeah, it's gotta hit me. It's gotta be like, I can do it. You know what I mean? I gotta get that spot. If I don't have that, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
One thing about me this year in 2022, I'm not gonna lift my hand for much unless I have to. Or for my family and my friend. Like for my family and my friends, y'all get both hands. Yeah. Everybody else is like, including emotion. I'm not giving nobody all my energy and emotion either. It's just like, you're not gonna make me mad this year. Yeah. I won't let you have a chance. You're not gonna piss me off. You might irritate me, but you're not. No, yelling. Don't know what that is. I refuse.
Yeah. There you go.
I refuse to yell.
Yeah. It ebbs and flows because I've been notoriously lazy the past few years. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, it's a little boring. You know what I mean? And you regret taking on shit because once you do, then you're like, oh God, I'm swamped. I'm busy as fuck.
You put too much on yourself.
Like, what did I do to myself? I was just having fun. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a weird thing. It's when you're not busy and you're chilling, you're like, maybe I want to do something. The minute you take something on, you're like, fuck, I want to go back to chilling. It's like being in a relationship. It's like, I'm single. Oh man, I'm lonely. I need to, I need to hook up with a chick. And you're in a relationship and you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yep.
It's just
because it's fun when it's fun, and it's fun until it's not fun, and then also too it feels like a job, and then until you're left with unnecessary feelings that I think the biggest job is with the heartbreak, right. To have to hold on to that. It's like a job you just don't want to work anymore. It's making you miserable, but you kind of have to. You kind of have to go through the feelings. It's annoying. And it's like, you put yourself through this. You chose this job. You signed up for this job. You know what I mean? You willingly, no one put a gun to your head. Yeah. And look now, man.
Yeah. I get that no feeling. And when people be like, I ain't catching feelings, I'm off that shit. Mm-hmm. I totally get that now. Because, fuck feelings, dude.
Ew.
The last bit of feelings I caught and I finally got off my fucking back, dude. Oh, thank God. I'll never again. I'm friends with everybody. We're all cool. We hook up. Shit don't work out. Hey, best of luck to you.
And that's honestly where I am too, because when I feel. And I go against what my other half of my brain says, which is don't. Because I put my heart on my sleeve. And I just can love, but I can hate a lot too. I can, and that's why. It's just because when I don't like you, now it's not just okay, this is over. It's now I really don't like you, so I'm still burdened by the bullshit of you. Yeah. Now I'm mad at you, and now I want to get either back or I'll make up scenarios in my head of getting back at you because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very much so vengeful. In my head, it's just I've gotten back at you 100 different ways, and I won't ever do this stuff. Yeah, but
the scenario game is big.
Mm-hmm.
Just I did them 50 ways to Sunday.
Yo, do them dirty.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
It's I want tears.
Yeah. You ever have a fantasy about just getting a motherfucker in the room and just barreling down in their shit and just fucking You know?
Mm-hmm.
You got them hostage, basically.
Literally. It's like, you stupid bitch. And pistol whip the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit, as a youth, I was the same way. In my 20s, I was always, I am a youth. What the fuck am I talking about? But, like, all through my 20s, I was always like, oh, my God. Like, I remember just having a crush on chicks and being like, oh, she's so cute. I want to see her again. You know what I mean? Like, girly the fuck out. You know what I mean? Just for real. And, yeah, now I'm like, first off, that shit doesn't get you anywhere as a dude trying to hook up with chicks. You know what I mean? You gotta be a fucking man.
Yeah.
Right? So there's that. And it's also like, the thing that changed for me was I have everyone's best intentions in mind.
Okay.
So when I meet a chick, I'm like, all right, cool. If this doesn't work out, the second she's like, I'm done, or I don't like this, or whatever, cool. Like, because I want her to feel good.
Right.
I don't want to have her around because I got these feelings that are weighing me down and like feelings like they're like a cancer inside you.
Yeah.
They just eat away your fucking insides. So if you just remove the feel, if you just say, hey, you know what? I just want that person to be happy. I want to be happy, but I'm happy if she's happy. And if she's happy, like out, then hey, listen, best of luck to you. Love you. You're shit. Take care. You know what I mean? Like
that's the way to. Seems like the way to like go and protect yourself, man. Like, because you, especially as men, need to. Like, we don't really get to. We're supposed to not have those. Not be soft in a way, and just deal like when we have feelings too. Yeah. But we have to macho it up, and it's just like, it's one exhausting. And two, just like not fair to me, and we're holding at a different standard. Yeah, it's really annoying. So we could take it so you can do that to a man. Straight relationships, it's just okay for the girl to curse out and degrade the man sometimes, which is not right. If the guy does it to her, it's a much bigger deal. Yeah. But there are women slapping the shit out of their husbands. That's not okay behind doors or actually in public. You can see it. Another example is, again, you're definitely going to stop an argument with a man and a woman where it seems like he's getting a little too aggressive or he might hear it. But if you see a girl doing that to a man, that's right, sister. Go ahead, tell. And it's just like, yo, she smacked the fucking teeth out his fucking mouth. Yeah. Someone do something. Yeah. But it's not. So we just got to take that.
If you watch a dude just getting in fucking smacked around, it's funny. It's like, hey, man.
I'm like, no, not only is his face hurt, but his integrity, his manhood, and his feelings.
He's got to hold back hundreds of thousands of years of built-in, epigenetic rage. Mm-hmm. Because like you're fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just.
And you have and you feel comfortable to do it in public. Yeah, that's the thing, is you have the comfortability of doing it in public too. That's how cruel.
Yeah. It makes it worse because it's like behind closed doors. If you want to get my shit and just start pushing my wig back, fine, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. The 2 fingers on the fucking head, like you better fucking. If you want to do that shit, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean we can do this behind doors. We can trade some words. Cool. Out in public, make me look like a fucking asshole. Yeah. I gotta get my shit pushed back, and then I gotta look over and watch.
I see people watching too.
There's a dude looking at me with a smile on his face. So I'll be that dude.
I'm that dude.
Yeah.
I'm that dude.
Dude, I will see that shit happening like, chin up party. You're gonna be alright. You know what I mean? Dude, that's the problem, is dudes for real see a guy like that. We think that shit's funny. Because we're like, thank God it ain't us. Yeah. And we're just watching this moron just getting his shit eaten. Like, dude, dump her. Divorce her. It's worth every fucking penny. Mm-hmm. Get out of that shit. Get the fuck out.
You'll get some money too. Just say that she hitting on you. The court will see it.
Just say, man, just take the kid on weekends. You're good. Get the fuck out. Like,
or he's like, no, the vagina's too good, or some shit like that.
That's what it comes down to, man. Is the pussy. You gotta break pussy addiction as a dude. I mean, I had to do that shit once. I knew it in my soul. I was like, this pussy's gonna ruin my life. And it would have. Knowing the same chick I hooked up with from the jump, knowing her now, I'm like, oh God, if I stayed there, I'd be fucking. I would have walked into the Delaware River. We would never met each other. I'd be done. Because it's like, dude, you can't fucking. pussy's great, but everything that comes around with it, with like a horrible chick, it just mathematically doesn't add up. It's just critical mass. You just can't. It's one of the biggest things you can defeat as a dude is just being addicted to nuts. And if you can beat that, if you can just fine, I can just jack off or I can do whatever. You live such a just a nice peaceful life.
Well, vagina runs the world, like in more ways than.
Yeah.
I mean, they run well, except for when you're in a gay bar. I'm like, your magic doesn't work here. But, but everywhere else, it does. Everyone's doing something to either get laid or impress a woman. Mostly, even opportunities. You know what I mean? Some girls get to. When they say suck or hook your way to the top or something like that, that's still being revolved around the vagina. Lucky that they take advantage of it. That's the sense where a woman can take advantage of it. But everything is to get to the vagina, in a sense. Whether it's buying a car to impress a girl, whether it's showing off, whether it's the new job you need to get, whether it's dinner, whether it is taking care of your kids and doing right by everything is just like
it's the bag.
Is this going to get me laid?
Yeah. Yeah. Civilization is a huge construct designed around impressing the opposite sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's from the gate. It's just been dudes being like, I can carry the most chairs at church. When it's over, I can plow the fields. I can do all this shit because I'm trying to fuck.
Yep.
And you can't, as a dude, you can't normally, traditionally step up and say, hey, I'm trying to fuck. You have to do it with your actions. You have to show that you're the alpha and that you're breed worthy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's just
you're the strongest of the pack. You're the one to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wild. Which is funny because dudes go off to war, and then like the guys that didn't go to war just hang out and bang everybody's wife.
That's what happens. It's just like now I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for
Thanks for supporting the kid.
Thanks for your service.
Whole fucking village looks like me. Yeah.
There's a movie, right? With Jake Gyllenhaal and Brothers.
So baby going on.
Yeah. My father, that dude. Jody's got your girl and gone, ole. And that's an old cadence thing from the military.
Would you ever do those? I would fight for. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if I want to get like military subject, but I would fight for my family. But I don't know if I could literally fight for like the world.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's one thing to join the armed services and go like do these weird like George Bush wars all around the world.
The George Bush wars, yeah.
As soon as I see the Ruskies coming up to Delaware, that's when the militia forms.
Right.
It's like, I'll protect the block.
Yeah.
Y'all
come to Philly like that. The black lady who says, "Fuck ISIS, y'all tried to kill Biggie." Do you know who I'm talking about?
Who?
I'm gonna insert that clip in there. But she's this lady. She's like, I'm from Brooklyn. Blah 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 blah. She's like, "Fuck ISIS." Like, this is when ISIS was a big thing. There's still a thing, but she's a little. So she said they tried to kill Biggie Smalls.
Oh yeah, okay.
She's if y'all come down here, we messing y'all up and everything else. She's basically saying like, if you come fuck with Brooklyn, like we going to war. So she's not gonna fight the world for the world, but if you come to her state or her people or her family, she said he's on, and I can vibe with that because I'm gonna fight for mine, but I'm not gonna like the world.
Yeah, it's like some Muhammad Ali shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. He didn't do nothing to me over there in Vietnam. Fucking woman, Why would I scrap with that guy? Yeah. No, it makes all the sense in the world. Like, I don't know. I feel bad because I feel like people get pushed economically into joining the military.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good thought. It's a nice thing that they do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah, man.
If you go on YouTube too, like the people in there will tell you, it's people in the military that are saying, hey, like, don't do this unless, you know this, and this, because they hide shit that you don't know because they want you to just come in and join and sign your shit away.
Right.
And if you're okay with that, that's fine. If you read through everything and you're right, it's fine. But to be gimmicked into signing your shit away, it's just not right, and it seems like everything against what you're supposed to stand for.
Yeah, and even if you do get, even if you do sign on the dotted line, it's like, at least you need to get the terms that you agree to.
Mm-hmm.
Some people go in, they're like, hey, I want to do this job, this is a signing bonus, the whole nine. And like, they get fucked. I want to be deployed to this place, and they just get fucked out of it. You know what I mean? Just, yeah, cool. Recruiters do their best. Recruiters have every job in the military. Recruiters have the highest suicide rate.
Wow.
Like, the suicide in the Army it's kind of a big deal. But mostly recruiters. Because they just had this shit job where they're like, all right, I went through that shit now. Yeah, because you don't start as a recruiter, But eventually you become one, and now you're like, God, there's so much more to life. You know what I mean?
And then I respect it after they either get dispatched or like whatever happens, they don't. And it's like people keep trying to say it, and not enough people are listening. Still hard for them to find jobs and different shit like that. Mm-hmm. Even though, like, that whole 10% fucking off Applebee's shit for military, fuck that. They don't like come on now, y'all can do way better than that. Like,
yeah, that shit is weak.
It's weak as fuck, and it's just like these people are giving their fucking lives, and this is how y'all fucking treat them. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I can only imagine the mental problems that they have as a person who also has mental problems. I can only imagine someone who's seen some of the shit that those people have seen. And it's just like, all right, go off into, the world and just like be a normal person after you watched a bunch of your heads get blown the fuck off and lost some of the people you've worked with every single day, hours and hours. Because that's your new family. Yeah. They're not seeing theirs, it's just...
Yeah, it's like... And then, you get done your tour, right? You survive. Mm-hmm. You come back to the States, and, like, you gotta fight the fucking...
the other war.
You gotta fight the VA for fucking therapy and all this other shit.
Yeah,
paperwork, there's bullshit involved.
It's like, what the fuck did you do all this shit for? For it to be, for y'all just to say, fuck me? I'd rather die.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
I know people have been waiting years to get their fucking, hazard pay, that kind of shit. They went over to the sandbox with the boys, and then fucking, like, they're in a situation where they're like, all right, well, it's been 5 years, you ain't got your fucking paperwork together. You have this thing in the military where you can request mast. I mean, you can go above your, above your guy's head, whoever your commanding officer is. You go over there, but then that fucks you over in a political way, And it's like,
And signing off at like fucking 18 years old, I don't know what I was fucking doing at 18 years old. I honestly, this is just like, I mean, and some people feel, but to be granted, some people at 18 do have a good, like, they know what they want. Yeah. But I just feel like that's such a young age to be like forced,
Most people that age, they're just like, hey, I want to get my fucking parents off my back. I want to do something. I don't know what I want to do. Between military, between college, everything else, it's just like, no, you don't know what you want to do. You should. The first thing you should do when you get out of high school is get some experience in the world. Just working, just doing something, anything, just doing your own thing.
Learn yourself, build some credit, have fun, make some little stupid mistakes. This is the case, go like, get your heart broken or something like that. Toughen your skin a little or some shit like that. Not like...
Yeah, I as a young man, I didn't see the value of a college education until I went to the workplace and I witnessed, oh yeah, she's got a degree, so she's in this position. You know what I mean? She has these skills. That's how they're treated. There's a ceiling for you when your education level is a certain point. And it's like, but see it firsthand. Don't just be like, oh, I want to do this because it makes the most money, or just because that's the thing I'm thinking of at this year. And it's just like, no, when you're 18, you shouldn't be making those fucking decisions. Mm-hmm. You should be gathering information, figuring it out.
As much as you can to figure out how to walk life and shit like that, man. Like, it's like, because you're definitely losing that when you're sending yourself away too. You're learning a different craft of life that like might not be as beneficial for you when you get out. Yeah. So you might know how to blow motherfuckers' head off of, but how are you when you need to buy a car, when you need a house, or how's your street smarts going to be? How are you going to love? How are you going to have the page? These things. Or know yourself, you know what I mean? You got to go through shit to learn more about yourself. And there's more to just war. You're not, this is a different, it's a different kind of war.
Yeah, you come back from like Iraq and you're like, all right, I know how to scrap and do all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to fucking balance a checkbook.
Literally, right?
Or you spend 4 years in college, you're like, all right, I know how to bullshit my way through paperwork and booze and chill with my people. I don't really know like how to get ahead financially, other shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you need like a balanced thing in life, and it's like the second you sign yourself away to something where you're like, next 4 years, I'm going to college. Next 4 years, I'm gonna do supply duty at the fucking Marines. Like, it's just, it's
4 years is a good time, a lot good amount of time.
Yeah, it's like having to think about it for 5 fucking seconds. Like, don't. I have a feeling that in this country, that in certain areas, certain places are kept economically depressed, so that because we don't have a draft army, we have a volunteer army.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot of times it's like, all right, well, ain't really jobs around here, but there's a fucking all 4 recruiting stations are right next to each other at the mall. Go for you know what I mean?
Literally, it's like, here, I thought we're gonna go that way. That sounds like or like you said, just getting appearance off their back, or feeling like it's feeling admirable, versus actually wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Or just being, in a shitty situation. Like, I'd rather go do this and hold on somewhere for me to get a meal and somewhere for me to fucking sleep or some shit like that.
Yeah. I was going to join the Marines at some point.
Yeah.
Back in like 08 or 09. Yeah. I was like 100 pounds overweight for the thing. I ended up losing half of it.
Mm.
And then I was like, do I want to fight George Bush's fucking wars?
Right.
Man, I'll give this private sector shit a shot again.
The George Bush wars.
Yeah. What did I say?
No, so I was just repeating
okay, yeah.
Because it's just funny that you said it, because that's the thing, is he just wanted to, he was just sitting on the war.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, cool. Do I want to go do that or fucking, I like the idea of it. I was like, all right, cool. And I had other reasons I wanted to do it, but I was like, at the end of the day, I had options. Had I not had options and opportunities, I might have took it all the way. Just lost all the way and did it.
Shit.
But at some point, it just hit me one day. I'm just looking up at the sky. I'm like, why would I want to fucking go there? Why would I want to do that? It sounds like such shit. It's
it
like,
sounds good on paper, but
yeah, it's really weird that people in the military, they don't like stop to think, hey man, what direction are we going in as a country? The fact that, listen, you're in the military, your homies, your brothers, you gotta protect each other's ass out there. And that's mainly what keeps people going, is we're in the shit, we go sign up for this, we gotta fucking go back to back and battle it out, right? But when you think about, hey, we're doing this so some assholes that are, retired from a fucking...
want more oil and shit like that. Different shit like that. It's like,
I mean, Dick Cheney owns stock in Halliburton. He used to be a VP over there. The second we got into war and Halliburton got all these fucking military contracts, he got so much fucking richer. And that just happened. That's not just him. That happens all the time. Where we're like, oh yeah, I just happened to sell the thing that you need, and I pushed us into this situation. It's like fucking Donald Rumsfeld, the bird flu. He has like investments in the bird flu, like the vaccine or whatever. And then we got bird flu. Everyone get vaccinated, everybody.
come on.
What kind of fucking coincidence is that? It's like, yeah, dude, fuck.
It's a reason for everything, and it's right in front of people's faces, but we just choose not to see it, or it's easier to ignore it, or to not get mad. Because I understand being too woke too. Sometimes I just want to not be woke. Like I'm like it's exhausting to actually understand how things are. And I'm like, you people who are living like willfully blind, I also get it. Because like, see no evil, hear no evil. It's just like, live my life. Because it's just exhausting to realize that you're getting got. And that's one thing I can't stand. I don't like when people get over on me. And it's just like, the government just be getting over on us,
I like to think it's complicated. You know what I mean? But yeah, there is a thing where you pull back and you say, let me deal with my life locally, right? Mm-hmm. Like where I'm at, the people around me, my city. That's actually really cool because you're like, I can't do nothing about big people moving chess pieces on the board of the world. You know what I mean? That's a whole. We can
in your state. You can,
Yeah.
talk to the mayors, and then, you can pull some shit in where you live.
you can show up to city council meetings and fucking raise your hand like one of those lunatics and yell.
I want to do that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I got something to say.
I told you before, like I'm gonna take over Pennsauken.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna slowly creep into the consciousness and just
Sliding.
become mayor.
Creeping and sliding the slippery slide.
I went to the titty bar the other day, man.
Again, so do tell.
Oh no, from way back.
Okay.
We haven't been able to talk about it.
Oh yeah, all right.
It was really good. I feel bad now. I remember we were all talking about going to the titty bar, but I feel like I'm gonna stack up a few extra. You know what I mean? I'm gonna save my lunch money. We'll get into
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a while. This is like the best night of my life. I swear to God. I'm chilling with my boy. During the day we're hanging out. I get done with him. I shoot over to my friend's bar, and we're chilling out. And that shit shut down around like 6 or 7. You know what I mean? The bartender changed.
Okay.
So I told my boy, I'm like, yo, let's go to the titty bar. Right? So I Google. I don't even know which one to go to. I Google. I find this joint, Club Risque.
I've heard of that place.
Down to Coney. Craziest thing about it, we left around 1-ish. Around a little after 2, the place got shot up. Like outside too. It wasn't like inside, but like
Okay.
yeah, couple like they let off like 20 something rounds outside this month, like 2 groups of people battling out.
Did they get hit?
A couple, yeah, I think 1 or 2 people died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like dudes beefing, like talking shit across the street from each other. Like it's one of them things.
Why would you take that at somebody else's club?
Yeah, but it was it was kind of fun. I haven't done that in a while. I always walk into the titty bar like, cool, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to chill, I'm going to tip, and I'm just going to treat it like a bar. And then this one chick, I saw she was the first person dancing when I walked in. And by the 3rd time she came by, I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's go in the back. Let's do a little something. Dude, I dropped like $500 that night.
$500?
Yeah, between the first bar, between the lap dances, and then like tipping and all that other shit. And,
How much is the average you spend every other time that you want?
I think I dropped probably the one time I did it up a little bit. I probably dropped about under 200, maybe 150. 180.
Okay, so this was a special thing.
This is wild. I dropped $200 just on lap dances, dude. That's fucked up.
That's people's tax refund.
That's 10 songs, man.
10 songs.
Yeah, I was having fun.
There's a lot you can do with 10 songs, man.
Oh yeah. Dude, I realized I'm a sick motherfucker. Cause like we're in the back doing shit, and she's like, rubbing on me, rubbing her face on it, her pussy on me and shit, and that's cool,
That's what you're paying for.
Yeah, but it's funny because I'm kind of want to, she kind of put it to me like, yeah, you want to, if you want to get in a little something extra, for the right price, we can get that in.
Okay.
I was like, that's cool. But like me, I'm like, I want to see what I can get done here.
How much she talking to him?
She was like, yeah, like 400 or 500. We can do some shit, My problem is that I don't wear condoms. I just don't like them. No one does,
Nobody does.
Yeah, and she's a stripper, and she's not on birth control. And also, you don't just fuck random johns. You know what I mean? That's not the move. So I'm like, okay, that's just off the table. We're ripping the rip.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I would, but it's complicated, so we're good.
That and having little donnies running around.
Yeah, could be that. No, pull-out game's strong.
Good.
Yeah, good. We don't need that shit. But I'm a sick piece of shit, dude. I fucking I made her squirt a little. Yeah, cause I was kind of like, you rubbing on my. I'm like. I started like...
You gotta match it. You see how you like it.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. She kept blaming it on the fact that we're both Libras. She's like, oh, you're a Libra. You like to give people pleasure and shit. And I'm like, just put your pussy in my face, dude. Just let me fucking... let me see that clit. Let me get a lick. You know?
Snickers.
Yeah. I gotta do a little something. I'm like,
Or not a Snickers, like the Tootsie Pop. How many licks does it take to
get
to 1, 2... And then,
Dude, she was embarrassed. She's like, dude, I'm squirting. Chill the fuck out. And I'm like, what's up? You don't I was worried. You don't want to go back with wet pants. You know, is that like a?
Do you have an extra pair of panties?
Yeah. I'm like, is that like a foul? Like, oh, you fucked up at your job if you came out wet with the Don? Yeah. I call myself the Don to her. Dude.
Did she like it?
Here's the thing. I think she did. I think she enjoyed the whole thing.
Well, I'm sure the whole thing about this, the calling herself the Don.
Oh, the Don.
It's like a.
She did laugh a little. Oh, the Don, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know. That's what my friends call me.
That's all.
Yeah.
A little something.
Dude, that shit was wild. Now, but I realize I'm fucked up because like, when you're dealing with regular chicks and they're just down the fuck, that's cool, right? Mm-hmm. But, like, it's also easy. And it's like, yeah, of course, you know? This is a chick who's like, strippers are interesting because they're like hypersexual, they're doing shit, but it's also that you're breaking rules to be doing shit, and it's kind of part of their job to keep a certain professional thing going on. And so it's fun to get them to kind of like come out of the shell a little. Like,
doesn't that make you a little special? Because I know that there are certain rules that they shouldn't be doing. So if they're doing that, they have to like you somewhat, a little bit, or maybe need, I don't know, is it because either they know that you're gonna spend the money anyway, right? You can probably tell, so they don't have to if they don't want to. Yeah,
I told her, I'm like, look, we're doing this, so like, just enjoy yourself at your job. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not trying to fucking dog ball you back here in the fucking room, but like, yeah, come on, let me give you a little something too.
It's a Friday
let me help you out. Yeah, dude, fucking wild shit.
That's some ballsy shit, though. Honestly, like. Because like you could have got stabbed.
Oh yeah,
like,
you can you can get walked out.
The people getting shot, it could have been you.
Like, yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Nah, but it's funny. I know how to skirt in every situation. I know how to skirt the fucking line. Like here's the line,
and then there's you.
Here's the line. My foot is always just over the line a little. I'm pushing the line back.
Okay.
Like the foot.
Like,
yeah. Like the line. It's like. You know, it's like on the street, the fucking lines. It's like my foot is physically moving the paint, like
constantly.
Yeah,
I got this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool,
dude. Fuck.
We still have to go.
Like, we're gonna. Yeah, we got to take another trip.
I want a really ratchet night too. Like, I don't want no like classy. Yeah. I want like what I see on TV.
Yeah,
If it's not dramatic, then I don't want it.
There are some spots like Club Risque is more of a. I feel like it's a little more high class. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a sleazy spot.
Okay.
But I've heard some sleazy spots in Philly that seem interesting.
We went to me and Amanda. We went into a bar. It wasn't a strip club. It was a bar, but there definitely was a girl dancing on the poker table.
Okay.
The minute we walked in there, someone was offering us crack. Like, so we knew that this was like a bad idea. Or like, this is not gonna. I think why we went in was because we were trying to get 40s.
Were y'all at the Bridge Cafe?
Yo, I think we were at the Bridge Cafe. Why do I think? Wait, you mean like literally across the street from the Franklin Terminal, right? Yeah, that's where I think we were.
Shit, I bought crack at the Bridge Cafe.
And we're like, what are we doing here? How do you know? I feel like that's what I want to talk to her so bad. I feel like that's where we were because we were just trying to get 40s.
Oh yeah, it's right across. Like if you're at the L right there with Bridge Pratt, it's right there on Pratt.
Was it her being on a poker table that was the giveaway?
You know what? I walked in there once with a mutual friend of ours, and she had to use the bathroom, and we walk in, and we're both white, and mostly. And the whole...
right, mostly.
The whole... You know, I wasn't telling them I'm 7% African, but we walk in, the whole bar looks at us. And I'm cool, I just walked through, but she was nervous as shit. She went to the women's room for like 5 seconds and came back out and said, we gotta go somewhere else. It's fucked up in here.
It's a weird time.
It's got an aura.
They were looking at Amanda a little weird too, but like not as weird as like I feel like we looked at. They thought she was just a full out white girl. They were kind of looking at her like, because she's got that.
They thought she got that Ariana Grande thing.
Yeah, she's exactly. That's what I was gonna. Because I didn't want to say exotic, but she's got that going on. So it's kind of like you weird, but you hot, not like
it's culturally ambiguous. Mm-hmm. She could be anything.
And it's just like y'all need some crack. You know, it's just like
that's wild.
And then I'm like, why is this girl dancing on a poker table? This isn't a strip club. I thought this was a bar.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And she wasn't anything to look at.
Mm.
Like, not like yours.
Oh, the Jonesky. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was a 4, huh?
A 3.
Oh. Brutal.
And for me to call somebody a 3, that means like...
Yeah. Yeah. God damn. She big?
No, so she was unevenly portioned.
Skinny 3s are more brutal than big 3s. If you're big, I can forgive some of the, but like a skinny 5 is fuck, like, jeez.
So think like the alien from Family Guy.
Oh shit, she had a big forehead.
Mm-hmm. And just like where it's like unevenly portioned. You know how
God, yeah.
His arms are like, but his it's just like
big butt, little titties, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. And it just wasn't for me.
See, I want to go there now. Something about shit, like just hearing about that spot again.
She's probably not there. This had to be more than 10 years ago.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the chick. Just in general, just that vibe.
She's gonna listen to this and be like, "You bitch!" Like, right? She's probably listening to it right now, like, "You motherfucker!"
Yeah.
I'm gonna get stabbed.
That's funny. You know what? Like, I don't know, something about like Club Risque, right? That's kind of, it's just like it's a black club, like at the Taconi's.
Okay.
I think the one up, further northeast is like there's white models there. This one's all black, and something about it, dude. I liked it. You know what I mean? There's a cigarette machine in the corner. You're gonna love this shit.
Cigarette machines. I don't see them anymore.
I took 13 singles out. I bought a fucking pack of Newports. I chain smoked the entire thing before we left. Yeah, I'm starting to enjoy new hip hop while I'm in there. I'm like, oh, I get it. There's got to be people around who enjoy this shit. When we were at the bar before that, I remember kind of looking around and being like, okay, this is a cool, decent spot, But I was listening to the hip hop and I'm like, this shit ain't hard enough. I got the jukebox app and I started playing like old DMX songs, all that shit.
Oh, you were in your bag.
I was really in my bag.
You were okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm like, all right, I'm in this bar. Like, it's mainly black folks, And I'm like, I'm going to one up this motherfucker. You like this shit? I'm going to do this. You. I'm like aggressively on the pool table, just fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, I really walked in on my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm visualizing. While you're telling me a story, I'm visualizing it too. And it's like, I not only can I see it, I can appreciate it.
Isn't that funny though?
Mm-hmm.
That I just enjoy it. Like, I'm thinking about the Brit. Like, I love, like the Pratt Cafe. I'm like, yeah, dude. My boy I was with, he was so mad. He's like, you're gonna change smoke all fucking day? I'm like, yeah.
People who don't smoke hate smoking. Like,
and I don't smoke, and it's Newports, and I'm just like,
that's
fuck you. I'm like, dude,
that's my cigarette.
I just had this when in Rome mentality. I'm like, I'm not gonna smoke fucking Marlboro Reds,
Oh, Cowboy Killer.
Yeah,
the Marlboro. I think that's just a. I don't trust.
Anybody smoke Marlboro Reds? Yeah,
you can't trust them. They backstabbers. If you smoke Marlboro Reds or most Reds, you're a thief or a backstabber or something.
They're grimy Philly whites.
Mm-hmm. They gonna do something. They gonna leave you in a ditch, dead.
Yeah.
They gonna leave you for dead, ho. Like, I promise you.
They're gonna hillbilly smile at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got you. And they're gonna ditch for you.
Stab you right in the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Never trust a bitch that smoke Reds.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yo, you know what? I know a chick that smoked Marlboro Lights, and she was a little bit grimy. So
that's a psychopath. That's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that's just somebody who needs to be put away.
Right. But that's fucked up. I'm thinking of that bar again, like that little time I spent there, and like it's a thing of like I could walk in there and just order a fucking beer and just be fine. Like, why do I challenge? Why in my head do I want to challenge the environment? Like,
naturally you.
I'm a sick fuck.
Mm-hmm. There's no matter if I want to challenge it. That's how some people are. I can appreciate it though.
Yeah.
As long as you're being you and you're authentic, because you're then holding back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, when I was like in the bar, I'm like letting myself out. I'm like, this is how I fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting ready to throw fucking sky punches and shit. I'm like, the beast is coming out, Like, yeah, it's funny because I'm too used to being this like suburban dude, you know what I mean? Where I'm just like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, I can't,
pal.
like we all, huh?
It's a pal.
Yeah, like we all come from Somerdale, right? That's a certain kind of area.
Yeah.
And right, it's not too hype, but it's an area.
It is.
And I moved away from that kind of shit so long ago that like I can't claim it like, yeah, I'm gangster or shit. When I was a kid, I thought I was gangster, you know? But like now I'm a grown ass man, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm walking. Like I have this mentality, I walk down any block in Philly. Like, you know, as crazy as that sounds in some areas. I'm like, fuck it, nah.
What are you gonna, what are you gonna lose?
Yeah. Like, my thing is, I'm walking down, like I can't stand certain people, like certain white people that they're scared of certain areas and blah, and they just heard of it and shit.
Yeah.
They don't really know the power level of the area. They just think it's all fucked up. They're like, we live here. Everything we've never seen before is fucked up.
Go on something. Go on Carver Street. I'm not going. Don't go on
Yeah,
Carver
yeah.
Street. It's like, bitch, you never been on Carver Street.
Yeah. All my people, we grew up in Somerdale, and the cutoff point for us, most of us, was like Amelie, like Adams.
Okay.
Right? And they're like, never go there, right? And then one time later on, I got an apartment at F and the Boulevard.
Okay.
And everybody was like, oh shit, dude, Sean lives in the fucking hood. And it's like, no, I don't, dude. I left my door unlocked for a year. It was fine.
I'll see.
I mean,
you beat me there, man.
no, just the vibe of that particular block was fine. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's, you know.
Chris used to live around there too, so I know what area you're talking. It's not as bad.
Chris M.
Chris M.
Montgomery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to live there? Shit. But yeah, but that's the difference though. Like, I know the real dangerous areas in Philly. I know where the level 50s are at. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, this is beginner zone.
Okay.
This is slightly tougher. Alany is, at least if you're not deep into Alany is like quiet and deserted at night. You know?
I've only been in some parts of Alany, but I've heard a lot. Yeah. I haven't had much reason to be in too many parts, but
yeah.
I know that what you're saying is true, where just people just say you got to see yourself how it's gonna work out for you, because then you miss out on shit, and also you got your legs, you got your yourself. Like if you're afraid to take yourself somewhere, yeah, it's like what you
just off a rumor that
it's unattractive, and it's also like wimpy.
Yeah, it's little dick energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're like, I'm not gonna
walk. You have a grown ass man of a free will, or you're not gonna. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not telling you to go walk into a store that someone just shot, but I'm just like, come on, you're letting people tell you can't go somewhere.
Okay. Now, like some people won't go past market at a certain point, right? Mm-hmm. Like 50th or whatever, and it's like, dude, you're still on market. You're still on the main. You're lucky, right? You're fine, relatively. You cut off, you make a left, go down a few, make another right somewhere, you might walk onto a block where it's a little crowded, and you never go down that fucking block. When there's traffic, when there's foot traffic, too much, stationary, fuck no. That's the only block I won't go down. If I go down and I see like 4 or 5 cats hanging out, you know what I mean? All right, this is a spot. They don't need me. They don't want me near. Unless I'm buying shit, they don't want me near there.
And you'll know that and figure it out from just going at least one time. You're not gonna know until you like go. Honestly. Yeah. Also, they can. When you are like that, they can tell. People will fuck with you once they can tell that you're afraid, or they can tell that you're uncomfortable. Because it's not. That's why we pick on people. We see that they're uncomfortable. So of course now you're walking down there. Yeah, they are going to probably fuck with you because you've already made a pre-assumption in your head that they were going to do something fucked up to you. Yep.
Yeah, the vibe will fuck you up. Mm-hmm. That's like, if I'm rolling with white boys, I kind of, if we're going somewhere, I'm like, my mode is like, guys, you got to tone this shit down. We got to walk through like we fucking belong. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the problem is I can walk down a block alone and I'm fine. Yeah. I walk down a block with like 2 to 4 white dudes that ain't really familiar. I'm in more danger now.
Yeah, you got liabilities.
Yeah, I got liabilities on my head. Like, it's fucked up. It is, dude, I could talk about this shit. There's such a science to it where it's like, yeah. Like, me and my buddy used to talk about this. His move was, he would walk down Somerdale Ave, and if he bumped into somebody on the corner, he'd say, yeah, my man, you got to smoke? He was a white dude, short dude. And that was his move, was get familiar. Don't be like this scared dickhead. Like, don't like, some dudes just look. Some dudes just like,
look just terrified.
Yeah.
And it's offensive when you're walking and someone looks like they're afraid of you too, so then you want to punch them. But people don't understand. It's like, now I do want to rob you because like I'm just minding my business walking past you. You're clutching your shit, looking like it's just like
White girls clutch her purse. Yeah.
ruefully
like,
saying that like I'm about to eat. I'm going to steal for order that like
yeah.
you coming in my neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like what the fuck? Like don't. But why you in my neighborhood acting so funny?
Yeah. It's just like, all right, you decided to walk down here. Fucking, you don't know me.
Mm.
That is the weird. That's the weirdest thing too, dude. Is that there are certain white people that think everybody black is like a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
They just have that assumption. They just are not around black folk and they don't know it, and they're just like, nah, dude. What if he robs me?
And it's not purposely all the time. I can tell, but it's just like that's why I wish more white people knew, because it's like you don't understand this. You're impolite. This being offensive.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, you'd be good. You could walk these. Like, we'll respect white folk. But, oh, you know what I mean? They're calling white boy everything. Come over here. It's all right. Like, or laugh. It's like, Kieran. Like, you know, he's white boy lives around Summerdale. Like, everyone is nice and cool with him. They look out for him. Everything is all good. Because he's not walking around looking like he's going to shit his pants. Yeah. If anything, they try to help him.
Yeah, he ain't showing up all preppy and fucked up about it. He's just like, what's up? You know? Yeah, dude, it's weird how people just got it backwards. Like, you're with your own eyes, you see it one way, and people who aren't looking at it, they have it 180. People who wouldn't interact with those kind of cats are just like, nah, it's all fucked up. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, like, why are you so willfully ignorant? It's funny, man.
Yeah. It's simple. So again, the things are just right here. Or just ask somebody, why don't you... Because you'll complain and tell everyone about the uncomfortable time you had or what happened to you. Why don't you try to talk to somebody?
Learn the truth. Respect the truth.
Someone can give you some pointers and help you out.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, just be like, you know, like if I walk past like a couple people I'm not from that neighborhood and I walk past some folks, I like give them a nod, give them a salute. You know what I mean? What's going on, gents? You know what I mean? Like real proper shit. You know what I mean? Not trying to be too like, oh yeah, I belong here and shit, but just showing my form of respect and being like, what's up? You know what I mean?
Acknowledge and be respectful.
Yeah, like I'm loose, I'm cool, I'm just going past. Like it's, you know. I mean, there is the other side of it where you're like, all right, certain times of night you want to keep your head on a swivel. You don't really want to look at people or trust people. You know what I mean? There's that too. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't know.
Because I
mean, my tool was always just being likable. Just being like, hey, I'm just walking down, coming like Erie and Torresdale, like, hey, what's up, guy?
And you be fucked up sometimes too, so I wonder how that would go when you be drunk.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I be doing when I'm hammered, but I swear to God, every time I wake up from a blackout, my one leg doesn't work. Like if someone put their fucking knee in the back of my knee and fucking jujitsu me down. Like, I'd just be like, dude, did I fuck with somebody? Like, what? Like, who keeps breaking my fucking leg while I'm hammered?
It must be a good leg to fall on. You're protect. Because when you fall in, you try to protect yourself a little bit. Maybe it's your, I protect my fall leg. And when you wake up, your leg just be like...
Dude, that shit's funny. Literally every bone and muscle in my body hurts after I booze too hard. For some reason, I just wake up like I must have I must have been training for the Olympics last night. Like, because I just used it all up.
And I got jumped. That's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, why do I feel like I got beat the fuck up?
Yeah.
And I stayed in my house the whole time after drinking. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like I chose to get all my exercise done when I'm hammered. That is the thing I do. It is funny. I'm like, it's time to work out, guys. Come on.
And it'll last longer too now too. The older you get, I feel like it'll last more than one day. It's just like
I've had hangovers for like, you know, I booze one day. It doesn't go away until like mid-Thursday.
The longest hangover of my life, or of our lives. It's the hangover of our lives. But I think we are about to wrap this up on this New Year 2022 episode.
Oh yeah.
It still is pretty what's the word? wish that 2022 felt like, but it really feels like the same.
Yeah. Sun goes up, sun goes down. Nothing else really happens.
Yeah, I can't be fake and phony, and it's just another day. I mean, I hope that everyone's like dreams and all their aspirations do come true. And I hope that you motherfuckers stick to what you say you're gonna do, and be about what you say you're gonna do, and know how powerful you are, and that you can have and do anything you want if you put your heart into it. As long as it's just not for stupid holidays that don't mean anything. And if you are one of those people, I'm not trying to shit on you, but like grow up.
By the time we hit Black History Month, have that same energy.
And my guy's gonna be at the table with the macaroni and cheese and the collard greens.
Yeah, I celebrate from Black History Month to St. Patrick's Day.
Assalamu alaikum.
That's a wild period for me.
I
do all the holidays. Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. Brother, let me see. Now I'm doing too much. But my name is Akeem. I can get away with this. So
that's true. Yeah.
If there's a card to play, I'm gonna play it. I will use the black card. I will use the Muslim card when I'm not Muslim.
Yeah.
I got enough Muslim people in my family. Like I said.
That's true. Yeah.
No pork for me.
You can. You can code. Okay. Yeah. You can code switch a lot easier.
It's the best thing.
Isn't that?
Honestly, it's so convenient.
It's funny, just not to cut the ending thing, but like when someone told me about code switching, I was like, oh yeah, I do that all the time.
Code switching is important. Code switching is fun. It's convenient. You walk life right. You got to code switch for a job interview. If you gotta put that out. Yeah, and then I'm also good. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. My name. How you? Nice to meet you. Doing just great. You have to, and then sometimes you gotta code switch in the hood. If you want to get, I need a cop, a dime, a weed, and you need to deepen that. You gotta know your surroundings.
Yeah, you can't. Hey guys, you got any of that dank?
Right, you can't do that, or they're gonna be like narc.
Yeah. When I first started working for corporations, I had the codes. I had to wipe myself up. I had to go from this kid that thought he was a gangster to hi, it's natural to me now, but that shit, when I was 19, that shit was a real effort.
It feels like a push, right? At first when you first learn to know, because for me too, it's like, oh, this feels so fake. But when you don't realize that you're not being fake, that you're just paying attention to your surroundings so that you can get ahead.
Yeah. And it becomes this thing of all right, I need to better, not everybody's your friend.
Right.
And it's funny, when you're comfortable with somebody in the office, I can kind of get it up and go back to my old speech and shit. But it is a matter of just articulating yourself properly. And that was the thing that kept me on it, because I'm I want to be able to speak in a way that everybody understands me. Right. And sometimes you just have to do that. And then, I don't know, I have a couple drinks, I switch back to my Philly kind of accent. But
people hate our accents.
Oh, yeah. People kind of fucked up. When people make fun of Philly accents, it's always dude, can I get a hoogie? You know what I mean? It's an accent I've never heard of.
It is. You don't even, because you can't. It's so cool you can't even mock it. You couldn't. It just sounds weird, and you sound like an idiot when you try to. And you over exaggerate it.
Yeah.
Too. You're putting too much on it because it's really not.
I think the northeast of Philly, if
you
ask other Philadelphians, the northeast is the wildlands. We're just on some other shit.
On some other motherfucking shit.
They have Philly culture it's nothing that we really grew up with in our area. Because you ask them and they're yeah, you guys, they call us Neasters. They're dude, you Neasters are fucking just it's not the same thing. And it's geez, be really careful how to pronounce that.
Honestly, it's just jealousy, but
yeah.
I've lived in Northeast long enough where I'm no, was I not born there? No, but I've been there so practically a preteen. I'm yeah, I'm Northeast. This is where this is where I succeeded. This is where I found my friends. This is where I won. I'm Northeast. Yeah. If you guys are talking shit about Northeast, you gotta be talking shit about me too. Don't.
I ate my first pussy in the Northeast.
I definitely sucked my first dick in the Northeast, so I'm there. If that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Akeem and the Don. We really appreciate you for sticking through with us and chilling with us. This episode was a little bit more raw, but it's real. It was real, and sometimes it's gonna be like that. We don't want any filters or any fakeness here. We just want to tell it how it is, be honest, and chill, drink some tea, and laugh with y'all.
We get into that layer 2 shit, that deep shit.
Right.
Anyway, we scratched the surface with y'all. We talked about the weather.
You see,
it's time to get to the real.
Yeah. And then next week it might be a little bit lighter, and maybe not.
Yeah, lighten it up, chill out. Take a break off that, get back to it.
Because if you don't complain and talk about the shitty shit, how does it get fixed?
Yeah, you gotta put the issues on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we can't, even if we say it fucked up, we gotta put the things on the table. We gotta argue, and we come to a consensus.
Mm-hmm. And we shake hands, and we make the moves, and we better ourselves. That's what it's all about.
If you can't communicate a thing, you can never fix it.
And that's little dick energy.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that.
That's right.
So why don't you not be little dicks and follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all those good things.
Insta.
And my ratchet bitches love Instagram. So get into us. We're in full HD video,
I love some ratchet ass Instagram bitches too. It's mutual. The feeling's mutual.
I only want ratchet ass Instagram bitches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I don't want to call cops, I don't want it. If I don't feel uncomfortable, I don't want it. If I don't want to, cover my pockets and check it, come on.
If someone isn't offering me crack as soon as I walk in, I don't want to be there.
Then get the fuck out. Where is the crack? What the fuck? What do you think we came here for? A 40? You think we came to a bar for beer? No, we came for crack.
We came to fucking do it. I just want to know you got it, okay? I'll hit
we just need to know you have it.
Depends on how many beers, I'll hit you later, you know what I mean? But yeah, for now, just make sure you got that. Make sure you got it on you.
So for Christmas, when you're wondering what to get us next year, and for our birthdays, you know what we need.
Break that cocaine.
Mm-hmm. Have a good one, guys. Thank you again. Out.
Good night.
Alright.
That's pretty good, huh?
It's about 2 hours.
Wow.
Alright.
Kill that shit.
2 hours? Oh, bet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was sharp as fuck the whole time.